Hey, what's going on, guys? Dale Valor here from Modern Valor Dating. Listen, I was reading an article on CNN.com. Kind of caught my eye because some of the verbiage in the title was a word that I see thrown around quite a bit. I've used it myself. You've probably used it. I know that you certainly read it. And the word that I'm talking about is the word simp. All right, so what the article was titled was the new teen slang teens are using to insult boys who are too nice to girls. And the article kind of was breaking down about how, oh, well, boys should just be nice to girls. And, the nicer you are, the better person that you are. And if she doesn't want to date you, just continue to be nice to her and continue to go out of your way to make her feel better and feel good and things like that. And, there was so much issue that I had with that article. It was almost encouraging guys to be simps, And so, anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to break that down. The author, like I said, was from CNN.com. The author's name is Terry Ward, all right? And like I said, went through the article, and I have a lot of insight there that I want to drop on this. So we're going to hop into that right now. Let's get it. Hey, guys, wanted to take this quick time out just to remind you, if you're getting value out of this channel, and it's speaking to you and giving you some insights that maybe you've never considered before, or maybe the way that we phrase things just resonates with you, all right? If you're getting that type of value out of it, subscribe to the channel, man, because we don't want you to miss anything. We want you to get the information that you need to have when you need to have it. So subscribe to the channel, man. Comment, let us know what you want us to cover. Hit the thumbs up, share it, all that stuff, man. So anyway, we're going to hop back into the video. Let's go. Number one, you don't have to be the nice guy. All right, so what that means is, if you take the word simp, all right, and I'm not even sure what the root of that word is, maybe simpleton. I'm not 100% sure about that. But it basically equates to a guy that's a quote-unquote nice guy. All right, now there's a book, and I've addressed it before here on the channel, called No More Mr. Nice Guy by Robert Glover. Excellent book. If you deal or you think you deal with nice guy tendencies, that book is going to break it down for you, how to dispel them, how to get rid of them, all that, man. It's a phenomenal book. I highly, highly recommend it. But here's the thing. You don't have to be a nice guy. So what is a nice guy? Or a simp, if you want to put it that way. Well, what that is somebody who is being nice in hopes that they get something in return. Now, actually being nice, an actual nice person may do something for you, go out of their way to do something, help you out of a bind, pick you up, you got stranded somewhere, something like that. They may do that and not expect anything, right? Just because they're your homie or whatever the case might be, man, a family member, whatever the deal is. And that person isn't looking for something in return. That person is just doing it because they're actually a nice person, right? And so that's the thing, man. You don't have to be a nice guy where you're hoping, look, if I'm super duper nice to this girl and I go out of my way to show her attention and show her how much I respect her and how much I appreciate her and all that stuff. Look, if you go through and you do all that and it's not reciprocated and you keep doing it, ultimately what's going to happen is you're going to harbor resentment. I did all this for you. How come you're not doing anything back in return? How come you're not pulling your weight? I did all this. Why aren't you? Well, because you never signed up for that. And now you're bitter, upset, because you did all this, and in your mind, it should have worked, and it didn't. All right, we're going to get into number two. Let's go. Number two, have boundaries. See, here's the deal. Many times guys who are a simp or quote-unquote nice guy, they don't put any boundaries out there. They're just willing to do whatever, whenever Because, hey, I'm trying to get her attention. I'm trying to get her to like me. So she can go ahead, she can walk all over me. You know, if she wants me to come paint her house while she goes out with somebody else, that's cool because she's going to appreciate that. And then she's going to see what a wonderful, great guy I am and be into me. Even though I had plans that day, I'll totally break them and go over there and paint her entire house. Hell, I'll do her roofing, her electrical, and if she needs an addition put on the house, I can do that too. You know, so that's the thing. If you don't have boundaries, you come across as weak. And weakness, that's a simp, man. That's a nice guy because they're not showing that they have any strength, that they have any teeth, that they have any balls, you know? So have boundaries and be willing to enforce them. Be willing to say no to, you know, outlandish things. Now listen, it's one thing if she says, hey, you know, while you're at Starbucks, can you grab me a coffee? Okay, fine. You know, like that's not a big deal. But it's a whole other thing to, hey, listen, I know you're in the middle of stuff. I know that you're working or hanging out with your friends or doing whatever it is that you do, but I need a coffee. So I need you to come bring me one. And you're like, okay, sounds good. You know, because you want her to appreciate the fact that you did that, when in reality, she's not respecting you. She thinks that you're weak, and she's never going to be attracted to that. All right, so that's the deal, man. Have some boundaries and be willing to enforce those boundaries. All right, we're going to get into number 3. Let's get it. Number 3, you don't have to be an asshole. What I mean by that is it's the flip side of the coin of the nice guy, right? So many times what happens is guys catch on that like, look, I'm being way too nice here. I'm going way over the top. I'm expecting her to appreciate what I'm doing for her and she's not. And so I need to just be a jerk. I need to be a bad boy because that's what all the girls like is the bad boy, right? They all want the guy that's going to treat them terrible. Well, that's not exactly it either. See, here's the thing. Oftentimes, women look at a bad boy, and it's not that they're attracted that he does bad things, man. It's not like, man, that guy, he robbed that store, and that is hot. You know, like, it's not that. It's that they mistakenly look at that as strength because the bad boy does what he wants. He puts himself first. He goes after all the things that are important to him. And that's what they're attracted to. It's not that they're attracted to bad people. That's not the case at all. It's just that they misinterpret that as strength when it's really not. All right. So what you can do is you can take the qualities and characteristics of a guy that's a quote unquote bad boy, the opposite of a nice guy, right? And incorporate those characteristics and qualities into yourself, meaning, like I said before, having boundaries, enforcing those boundaries, doing things that are important to you, things that are non-negotiables, you know, that type of thing, having standards, not being afraid to communicate what it is that you want. You know, those things are strengths, and she's going to be attracted to strength, not you being a doormat or a puppy dog for her. All right. All right. So we're going to hop into number 4. Let's go. Number 4, be on your path. All right, so what I mean is, look, you as an individual, as a man, you are on a path for a purpose, or at least you should be. You should have a purpose in mind as to where you're trying to go, because either way, you're on a path. It's either on a path to your purpose or a path away from your purpose. Either way, you're on that path, all right? But you should be obviously driving towards the things that are your goals and accomplishing those things and all that. That's what should be your number 1 focus. It should be about going out there and accomplishing the things that are important to you, that you want your life to amount to, and putting the girl that you have a crush on, that comes secondary to that. All right, now here's the thing. It all goes back to what we were talking about with a simp versus a guy that's not a simp, all right? Thing is, if you're on your purpose and you're demonstrating the fact, hey, I have value. I have value because I know what my purpose is, and I have the wherewithal, the resilience, and the intrinsic value to go out there and get it. Okay? That's highly attractive. She doesn't want to be your life. That's where the simp, the nice guy, falls into that trap. See, what happens is they get a girl or they want a girl and they make that girl their life. She doesn't want to be your life. She just wants to be a part of your life. So that's the thing, man. You know, you want to make sure that you are coming first, that you are the one that is on your path. And if she wants to come along with you, that's cool. But she doesn't want to be your purpose. She wants you to be on your purpose. All right? We're going to get to number 5. Let's get it. Number 5, be a good man, not a nice guy. See, the way the article framed this was you should be a simp. You should be a guy that's a nice guy. All right? Now, look. We showed you what that looks like and what's going to happen if you are that, okay? Now, we also showed you what it looks like to not be that, right? So here's the thing, man. You either going to pick one or the other. If you are doing for you and you know what goals you want and your purpose and everything else, then go, man. Go out there and get it. That's being a good man. That's being responsible for yourself. Because you being responsible for yourself and you doing the things that you need to do is going to have a trickle-down effect to the people around you. All right? That's truly being selfless. You being selfish is, I want this girl in my life, and I don't care what it takes for me to go out there and make it happen because I live and breathe for this girl to be in my life. She doesn't want that, man. She doesn't want to be suffocated. That's being a nice guy. That's not being a good man. So if you want to learn more about being a good man, you have to learn leadership qualities. So a little while back, we did a video on boundaries and why boundaries are important. We talked about this earlier in this video and why if you have boundaries, you should enforce them and how that makes you a good man and keeps you away from being a simp, right? So what I want you to do is we go really deep on it. So I want you to go there, check that video out and learn, man. Learn how to get those boundaries and how to enforce them. All right, so I will see you there.